Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys, right here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. Time to find out who's going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Bringing it out. It's Carr. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. It's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
So second down after the incompletion. Handoff from the shotgun. First down and more. He's still running. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
Good job up front by this offensive line. A good hard running. But as Miami Hurricane back, he's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pulls it in. It's Carr. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that track route and picks up a first down.
And the Canes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the tight end grabs it over the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
Pass caught. Second down now. From the shotgun, drops back. Lets it fly to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Oh, a nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
Makes the grab. It's Moore. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either the receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Here comes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They make the tackle, but the offense set up with a first down in the red zone.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Pressure is coming. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. And he'll set up to throw. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a third down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
And they keep alive this long opening drive. It's the 11th play on third down now. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain.
That's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Quick completion to the tight end. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. When he gets it down to the tight end, you can see what he can do after the catch.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Boy, great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College. The ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back that be able to pick up those yards to get those first downs.
And at first down, they go right back to him. Has the first down and more. They make the stop, but he's in enemy territory now. First down to the 45.
Right now, this defense seems to be sitting back, worried about the pass game. They better cheat a safety down, have an extra guy down in the box to help against this run game, because they are getting ripped apart up front.
And the Nittany Lions with first and 10 here. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Catch made in space. Look out. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And Nittany Lions looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. The Nittany Lions come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out and showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. First down, looking to throw the ball. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
And completion makes it second and short. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Grab near the sticks. It's Pringle. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Flanagan. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a real nice game there. And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Over the middle, it's Moore. And they get the conversion there. Set up now first down at the 38.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on the third down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
That's caught. It's Flanagan. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on a play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Getting set. Here's second down. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. And right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And they've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Bringing pressure. Just flings it out of bounds, and the pass rush closing in. They face third and short here in the playoff on the 10th play of this drive. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Has it back to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes, as they fight back here in this playoff game. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Lions offense retakes the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. On the run, he'll let it go. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They finally get him down, but a big play for 46.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Line getting set up. It's a first down play. To the air. It's Baker. Screen to the wide receiver. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. And the Nittany Lions up the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. They call the draw play here. Gets the first and still running. And they convert on third down, moving the football to the 35.
Well, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on third down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
The Nittany Lions are looking to keep this drive going. He hands it off from the gun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and to keep him short of the first down.
Here's the second down play. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime. So let's see what the play caller likes here on third and short in the +27. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Football comes out. The offense able to fall on the football, lucky to maintain possession there.
Well, the running back here just seems so focused on trying to locate where he needs to go that he lost focus of holding on to that football. He's very fortunate one of his own guys is able to recover it.
And the Nittany Lions will line up on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Handoff here from the shotgun. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Direct snap to the back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Dropping back. It's Baker. Caught quickly. He's brought down just short of a marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. And that one's straight down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. He makes the catch and gets his foot down. What a play. Good for a first down.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
Picks up the first, looking for more. They get him down with a big gainer to the 42.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really...
Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Miami.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now, the 25. Play action here on first down. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short game.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield. It's Baker. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
The Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision.
Here he goes. At the 10. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. Different than quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. That's exactly what we saw right there.
Point after, up and good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Bringing it out, it's Carr. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can they make something happen? Looking to throw it on first down. Short connection to the tight end here. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. He's running out of time here. Makes the grab on the right side for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Canes will kick this away to begin the second half. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Penn State offense comes back on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. First down, looking for more now. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball to 44. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
No, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. As the first down is still going. He's in the clear. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
What a long run for a touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
The extra point makes it a 10-point game. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Carr. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Shotgun, here's an inside give. No way to run up the middle.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important, but sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Close to the tight end. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now, big decision coming up here on fourth.
The Hurricanes will send their punt team onto the field. It's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Turner brought down by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They punched it in their last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. He stopped and gets a first down.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put his safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. Too much on that throw. Second and 10 here. Design quarterback run. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
Extra point makes it a 17-point game. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
31, Miami, 14.
Bringing it out, it's Carr. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. That's reeled in. It's Flanagan. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
It's second down after that completion. Quarterback drops back. It's a quick grab. The Canes pick up enough yardage to get a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the move now. Not able to connect, incomplete. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he drops back in the gun. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to throw yet again. The sure hands. It's Carr. And that will pick up the first down. A spot at the 38. The Hurricanes come to the line in a hurry up.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Caught near the sticks. It's Pringle. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
The running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
And the Canes lining up here on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pass caught. Can he get in? All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
This guy's starting to prove that he is a mismatch for this defense. Second touchdown of the day, and a great job by the coordinator continuing to find unique ways to get this guy on one-on-one opportunities for touchdowns.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Penn State.
The pass is intercepted. Short return tackle made at the 27. A crucial takeaway.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nice grab. It's Flanagan. They bring him down, but that play will set up a first and goal now at the 10.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. In the red area, it's Pringle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Canes.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
PAT is good. They still trail, though. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Pre-snap motion from the offense. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Turns it loose downfield. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Back to throw. It's Baker. And this time it's complete. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. That last catch, Kirk, puts him over 150 receiving yards in the game. Let's start checking the record books. This guy's making a push.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter what the defensive coordinator calls, whether they play man, whether they play zone. The quarterback has been able to find this guy all day long for such a huge day.
Short throw complete to the tight end. And he's brought down after a big first down game. It's second and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. Sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there, and it cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. Looking for a gap, it's Martin. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, this defense understands the magnitude of this drive right here. That's back-to-back plays they've stepped up and done a great job. Now it's third down. Can they apply some more pressure to try to get this offense off the field?
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. Can they pick up the first on the ground? They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a first down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
The Nittany Lions pick up enough for a first down here. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
I don't know what the quarterback saw, though. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. With the catch, it's Adams. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches to go. And the Nittany Lions will come to the line looking to convert on fourth down. QB keeper all the way. He didn't make it. Stop short. That is a crucial turnover on downs here in this tight football game.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
And that's just a great job by this defense of affecting the rhythm of this offense. These guys are in go mode here in the fourth quarter, trying to come back to win this game. And the defense is meeting the challenge so far.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down and the crowd really getting into it. Back Goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Catch made by the tight end. Able to convert on third. Sets up 1st and goal, the 8.
Well, you talk about a huge conversion. That's 3rd and long. It doesn't matter for these guys. They just keep going about their business. Great connection between this quarterback and receiver on that one. And now they're in business.
It's 1st and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Chris, that's positive yards on 1st and goal, which is obviously good. But now we're at this point in the game. Critical series. They've got to find a way to get the ball in the end zone.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. They jump on top now here in the 4th. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
He's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Point after, not quite through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Takes the field. The chance to advance in the playoff comes down to this. Offense needing a touchdown here late in the game. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
So 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Throws it to the right. Wide open downfield. Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. It comes down to this in this playoff game. 4th quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Looking to throw. It's Baker. Off target and incomplete.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
4th down now, and defensively, you know, you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
Time running down. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. 4th down. He's throwing for it. And the ball is picked off. Breaks into the open. Powering through a tackle. They'll finally bring him down
interception is going to cost him critical minutes here at the least here in the fourth quarter.
Playoff dreams coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. Riding away with the running game. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. Playoff game on the line here. Can the offense play keep away and secure the victory? It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Testing the right side here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get... and preserve as much clock as possible. Playoff dreams coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. He'll hand it off. And finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
down.